Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you might be. Uh, what I'm going to do right now, assuming we can get some stability on the server, is we're going to go ahead and dig through these talents as they are now. So this is basically get these going here. Mount. I like that they have these in. Floating keg there. And still gets its. All right. So here's what we're looking at for quite have everything that we want, and let's just see how this feels. So in terms of a feel, like that feels pretty normal. I don't think I turned on nameplates. Hang on. Interface. Anyone know where the general feeling? That doesn't feel too much different. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. We're gonna here. Where am I at? Oh, I flew right over it apparently. All right. So we are in Feral Spec, which Feral does have its new trees out here. I'm a big fan of the way the little Feral overview. And again, focusing on a more myth has been moved way up in this tree on you. I don't know how good this is going to be, but what I do think is you have to take improved bleeds. You're going to take pouncing strikes. Predator you'll grab. You'll grab Sabertooth as well. You'll skip Piercing Claws for the time being. Tireless Energy, we're also Zerk. We're going to grab here. I think it'll end up being 2 seconds. Here versus Frantic Momentum to gain more haste. Haste is going to be good because you're going to be much more bleed based. So we're going to take Frantic Momentum and we're going to come over here and grab. See, we need 2 more points. So we'll go ahead and grab Survival Instincts and we're going to take Blood Talons and Vein Ripper along with 2 points in Eye of Fearful Symmetry and let's see. Interface. As soon as I figure out what's fixing that, show numbers for cooldown. Look at what we have. So let's jump into cat form. So it's still page the bar. Doesn't need to, but break and shredder there. That's good. Jungle Street. And then at 4, Rodrigo, 5 there. So shift Q, and now I need to get my cooldown in there. So let's grab. Oh, we have Mark of the Wilds. So let's. Oh, castable in cat form. That's quite nice. Ferocious Bite on there. Ursals. I'm going to move here. So I have some room for some other stuff. Maim is there. Typhoon is there. I already have Remove Corruption. Already have Rebirth. Already have that. Already have that. This is what we're rolling with here. All right. Here could. Beneath. Target and focus. Buffs on top. Buffs on top. Okay, so we can mess with this. Counter bar. Let's move. Stance bar. Save this as test one. All right. Let's go back into edit mode. Let's go. Let's actually do options. Can't move that around. So let's see. Okay, so that should actually help out quite a bit. Let's see. Getting that. Okay. Yeah, so Feral's going to be, I think, really interesting. As a spec, like I kind of like the way that this tree build feels and works out. Obviously, not doing any combat logging, energy regen mechanic for the spec. And things like blood talons are going to be easier to track once they get like weak auras in place and stuff like that. But for the most part, like I think that these changes feel pretty good. So let's go ahead and shift over to is there a way to let's move the issue reporter over a little bit because it bothers me. Oh, specialization. We're gonna activate Guardian. I like the new art that they did for all of this. This is really, really cool. And now we're gonna come into the talents for Bear. So we're gonna add swipe 2, 3, 1. All right. Let's mess around with Bear stuff. SE. Renewal needs a place, so there. Rebirth can now universally be there. Revive. All right, dude, this feels really good, actually. You get 2 Legacy of the Sleepers for every... Wow, this feels nice, man. Like, Bear feels good. I'd be very curious to get this into a dungeon. Man, that feels really nice. All right, so I like that a lot, actually. Um, wow, God, that feels good. I think rest healers, it's gonna be a little tough to mess around with because obviously nothing there to work with. So let's go back to Windwalker. We'll look at DK and Warrior in just a little bit. Let's look here. So I wish I could shrink this UI element of some. Of course, we get Rising Sun Kick. We're gonna grab Tiger's Lust. We'll grab Calming Presence. I'm gonna try Serenity. All right, hang on. Let me try this again. I fucked up. Hang on. I fucked up. And I know I've been getting a lot of drop frames, guys. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I am very, very sorry about that. There we go. Alright, so same thing. Let's go through, let's figure out the stuff. So diffuse magic. Go there. Storm, Earth, and Fire gets replaced. Strike of the Windlord gets a new button. Tiger's Lust gets a new button. Make Strike of the Windlord's 1 now then. Alright, so we're going to do just a more single target setup here. Let's try this out. So... Whew! There'd be the Whirling Dragon Punch filler. Okay. So, Windwalker feels pretty good. Really good to hit. For me. Both feel good. Both feel really, really good. Wild. Okay. Let's go check out some other specs just that I'm looking at for fun. We'll start with Warrior, where my Warrior is currently arms. And so I just want to mess around with some arm stuff. Alright. So as you can see, we are currently armed spec. Let us go. That's right, we don't have... Right. Don't have my talent yet, so I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Alright. So we make our way over here for arms. I'm doing this specifically for you, Virus. Alright, let's get our... I'm going to do the personal resource display on this. Let's go ahead and get our other 2 action bars because I need those. We're going to come land down right in here. Alright. So let's look into some warrior talents. So obviously we get battle stance. Oh, they removed berserker stance in this, so it's just battle stance. Changes. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna grab rally. War machine, spell reflection. Heroic leap, thunderclap. Movement speed. Hmm. Trying to figure out how I want to do these talents. Take honed reflexes. I think I'm gonna go with that for now. We'll see. Hmm. Is it? We'll do that. All right. Let us look and see what we can do here. Click on a button for that. petition, we'll get to it, but that actually magic share, cleaving, strike, it, holy ground. This right now. I want to try this. All right, so let's mess. Let's see how hard it is to get back into like the next. Unless I could just. So just kind of my quick thoughts on the non-heal, and that I really like the way that they're good core gameplay, but have some additional tools and stuff like that. And I'm sure when we try to weave back that, let's just dive back into it real quick. Actually, if it lets us back in. But anyways, like Windwalker, like scalable range, really good. I really into Legacy. I think is really Ethan Claw. I think is going to be a single target. I think Unholy I'll need some better tracking tools to really kind of. Let's grab the Wowhead version of this. So we're gonna reset. Of course, you grab the cat form. Getting down the tree at level 70. You weave while you're off. Which is what I think you can do, like, just to give you that a little bit of extra to kind of get the curse removal or a build along. Instead of getting Tooth and Claw, not the biggest fan of. And then of course she locks into Rend and Tear. You basically all you do is you get Ursock's Fury because now I can test it, but didn't invest too much in. But this feels fine. I still think you. I think that's probably the better. Hardened Souls into actually your next point would be Whirling Dragon to the Monastery, because for single target I think treads AoE build I think would go something along the lines of I think for now you'd go something Dragon Punch, then maybe grab the Bone Dust. It's kind of like that setup over, but based off of what I